Tasting like a boss, narcoleptic Chihuahua Productions. That'll do it.
Tasting like a boss. I have Kylo of the Knights of Ren here. Yes. Hopefully all of you had a great Thanksgiving. How about you, Kylo? Did you? Huh? Yeah? Oh, handsome boy. Handsome boy. You gonna hang out with me? All right. Well, I got my Bones hoodie on. I got a Bones undershirt on. I'm very much doing a Bones thing today because what we're going to be doing is one of the new Fallout flavors from Bones. This is Mojave Mocha. There you go. Nice cover. I do have to say that, the characters are so small on the cover. The background's cool and everything else. I think I liked the images more last year because, again, the three main characters had their own bag. It was more full face and everything else. But these are cool. It's definitely a different design. And so, what are you going to do? You got these little scorpions over here. And it says here in the back, Mojave Mocha. Out in the scorched hellscape of the Mojave, water's scarce, shades a myth, and your best bet for survival, a mug full of Mojave Mocha. Rich coffee, velvety chocolate, and enough smoothness to keep you sane. Whether you're gunning it to New Vegas or just trying to survive another day, this is your critical hit of caffeine, chaos, and a post-apocalyptic paradise. Drink up, Wastelander, you've got this. Boom. So that's what we got. Really kind of neat. I do like the fact they've added some information here on the side because we have a lot of questions from fans of the channel as to what to mix. Now, their proposal is 2 tablespoons of ground coffee per 6 ounces of water. So there you go. That's directly from Bones. So if you're asking me, I'd probably default to that. Whether I change up for me or not, that's up to me. But that's approximately how much I do anyway. So there you go. All right, it's going to be a 4-way review. That means we're going to be doing it in the cold brew. And guys, we are moving to the Christmas season, so we have it, yes, in the National Lampoon's Christmas mug here, the Wally World eggnog mug. We're going to be trying to end drip. And so we've got Rolo as a Santa puppy. That's nice. We're going to be doing it in espresso. And of course, we're going to be doing it in the nitro press here. Nothing but nitrogen here, along with the cold brew coffee, okay? Now, we also have something we're going to be doing to add to the end. A little something special. I'm going to tell you about it now. I know a lot of you might just follow me for the coffee reviews. I do other types of reviews as well. And I cannot say enough about this product. I had it last night. It's so good. So good. This is Fat Toad Farm. This is traditional goat's milk caramel. This particular one is Claire's Maple Reserve. Now, Claire's Maple Reserve is an amazing caramel. My favorite by them actually is their dark chocolate, their spicy dark chocolate caramel. Incredible. This is from Butterfly Bakery of Vermont. I'm going to put a link to their website below. They have deals just like Bones has deals today. If you're trying to do any shopping for loved ones or just to treat yourself, I'm telling you, their caramel, their hot sauces, everything they do is amazing. But when it comes to caramel, if you think you've had caramel before and you've never tried their stuff, you have not actually had caramel before. Take it from me, someone who knows, okay? So anyway, let's get down to the smelling, the tasting of this coffee. So Mojave Mocha, mocha flavored coffee. Let's pop it open. Give it a little smell. It has a very deep mocha scent. Actually overpowers the beans. That's making me excited. All right. We just did Rocky Route 66 yesterday, and I talked to you about how the flavors are muted. I'm really hoping they're not muted here. Let's get down to the cold brew. Tasting like a boss. The flavor is still muted here too. I think if I had to pick between the two, Mojave Mocha or Route 66, I think I'd go with Route 66 because Route 66 has, at least for the cold brew, has a nutty flavor and a little bit of marshmallow, but really the nutty flavor really carries it. This is good, but this is not their best chocolate mix it all. So if this is your first exposure to Bones and you're a big Fallout fan, definitely get it, because I mean, hey, Fallout, support Fallout. I think that's great. Support Bones. But do yourself a favor. If you're gonna get this and you're really looking for a chocolate flavor, get this and then get yourself another nerdy flavor, if they still have it, which is the dark side flavor. It has Darth Vader on it. Get that, and then get yourself a bag of Army of Dark Chocolate. Amazing. Now, if you want to do other flavors too, that's great, but when it comes to their chocolate stuff, that's going to give you the chocolate fix you want. This one here, it's a little too light. It's a little too milk chocolatey, and milk chocolate doesn't always, you know, really translate in coffee. And here it's there, but it's ever so slight. But it doesn't, let's put it this way, it's ever so slight, but it definitely changes the flavor of the coffee. So you are tasting it, trust me, but I'm afraid for some of you, you'll find it to be a little lacking in that chocolate flavor. I think you really have to go hard with dark chocolate to get that chocolate flavor in coffee. When you do the milk chocolate kind of taste, you really need to, you know, bring more of a creamy aspect to it. And this one here, yeah, it's okay. It's just a very, very light chocolate milk touch is what it tastes like. All right, let's move to the drip, drinking out of Rolo's head. All right. Now the scent on here is very interesting. It's a slightly brighter scent to it than I thought it would have. And there are definitely hints of chocolate, so maybe it'll translate better in the drip. Let's see. Tastes like a boss. You know, I like it more in the drip. I taste it more in the drip. I taste that chocolate. It's still not punching me in the face. But the chocolate, it makes, it's a nice mellow, it's a really good flavor. Yeah, on the drip, I think this is really significantly better, I think, than the cold brew. And you don't usually hear me say that, you know that. Yeah, but I like that a lot. Oh, wow. This might be one that's basically commandeered by Boss of Boss, because I think she's going to like that a lot. All right. Let's move to the espresso. Over here. Chocolate, no, it smells like chocolate milk. And let's get that chocolate syrupy scent. Tasting like a boss. Doesn't translate into the flavor though. This is earthy and yet has soury, bright notes in the front. So I'm not really digging that. That's almost like eating baker's chocolate, which I don't think anyone, I mean, listen, you might say, well, it tastes like dark chocolate. No, I mean, it's like, it has that sour part of like baker's chocolate and the earthiness too. It's not, I mean, I'm going to drink the rest of this because I don't want it to go to waste. But for me, it just doesn't work. I think of the formats so far, that's not my least favorite. So the espresso's least favorite, then cold brew, then drip. But you know what? We still have a possible redemption arc for the cold brew because we're going to try it in the nitro press. Okay, I'm going to shake it up. Remember, after you charge it up, each time you go to dispense, you need to shake it up because you got to make sure that nitrogen mixes up into the canister along with the fluid. Okay, we're going to be using a Bones glass because why not? I mean, look at all that bone stuff. I do not work for them. I promise you, I do not. I'm just an obsessed fan. All right, here we go. Tasting like a boss. Oh, dispensing like a boss, really. It's just a gorgeous thing. I'm sorry. That's so cool. That is so cool. Do a side-by-side comparison. Got the cold brew there. You have the dispensing of the nitro here. Let's let this separate a little bit. And I'm going to talk more about the caramel we're going to have because I kind of rushed in the front end. Again, for those who only know me for coffee reviews, I do a lot of coffee reviews for a lot of different companies. You guys suggest them, I'll try them, no doubt. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're just not. But I also do hot sauce reviews, and I do little things like this caramel review. My gateway to this company actually was a caramel. I was in Vermont. I was in Waterbury, Vermont at Vermont Artesian Coffee at their place. Looks like a big red barn. I was getting stuff, and boss saw this little tiny thing of cold brew coffee caramel by Fat Toad Farms. And I looked at it and I thought, I'm not going to get it. But she said, you're on vacation, get it. So I did. And it was incredible. And I did a little review of the caramel. And then was able to get in touch with the people of this company. And they have been just really, really awesome to work with. Again, I do not work for them. I'm not paid by them in any way whatsoever. But not only have I enjoyed all of their hot sauces, all of their mustards, all of their caramels, I actually had the pleasure of meeting the owner when I went to New York, and they were at this food expo, and they allowed me access to get in. But they're just awesome. But keep in mind, I know I'm just a YouTuber, right? You're thinking, oh, this guy has a small little channel, not a lot of views, this, that, and the other. Okay, granted. But I want to let you know that I was ahead of the curve, because after I've been singing the praises of this hot sauce, Food and Wine magazine stated the obvious, which is when it comes to their hot sauces, no one makes better hot sauce. And no one does. So if you have the ability to go to their website today, definitely go. Realize you got some Black Friday deals. Just peruse. Take your time. Look at all the different sauces and mustards and caramels. If you want to look at any of the reviews I've done to see my thoughts on it, go check out other reviews. Just Google "tasting like a boss" and just whatever it is you're wanting to check out, and I'm sure it'll pop up. But anyway, we're going to be trying this in just a little bit, but before we do, let's do the side-by-side of the cold brew and the nitro press, which is now separated. Tasting like a boss. I feel the same, much better than the espresso, but not as good as the drip. The chocolate flavor is just ever so slight, and Bones has so many other chocolate flavors will be good. But if you want the bag, okay, go for it. Now, nitro press. There you go. Okay, so what are we going to do to change it up? Okay, if you're going to cold brew this, and you have the ability to either use a nitro press device or a nitrogen dispenser, whatever it is, go with that. Here's why. This is great. The nitrogen creates that velvety texture, that creamy sort of texture, and it elevates that milk chocolate taste. Now, is it altering the taste, or is it just altering the perception on your tongue? It might be the latter, right? And I think really what's going on is because you're tasting that creaminess, it's so much easier to sort of taste almost like that milk flavor, which connects to parts of your brain about milk chocolate. This tastes in a very pleasant way like coffee inspired by the milk chocolate we used to get as kids in those little tiny containers. That actually makes my heart happy. That's really, really quite good. All right, so let's get to something I already know is good and see if I can enhance the flavor. Now, it says here this is good with dark coffee. I know this isn't dark, but I don't care. Apples, I know that's good. I did it last night. Aged cheese, I know that's good. I had it last night. Ice cream, haven't tried it yet. Pancakes, that's fine. I will tell you that for most of their caramels, sure, they taste good on other things, but I usually like just putting it on a spoon, which is what I'm going to do first. So, a little bit of this particular one. This is new for this year, being available to people to buy. It is caramel with pure Vermont maple syrup, maple sugar, and you know what? Incredible. Now, let's do this. Let's grab, let's grab the worst one. Let's grab the espresso because it's the darkest one. Together, tasting like a boss. thing of beauty. Taking a little bit of caramel and I'm mixing it in with what I already told you was an espresso I wasn't really keen on. All right, tastes like a boss. Fixed it. So, do yourself a favor. Get yourself a jar of this caramel or their other caramels. Get it with the idea that maybe I'm going to put it on these other things. Then take a spoonful, take a little bite, and then realize you're never going to put on anything else. You know why? Because you don't want to, because you just want to taste this. So, my verdict on Mojave Mocha, it is the lesser of the two flavors released by Bones this season, but it's still not bad if you're going to be using it for drip or if you're going to be using it in a cold brew that is then put through a nitro press or another nitrogen dispenser. So, until next time, people, hit like, subscribe, share, alerts, everything else. Grow our channel. If you have any comments or if you disagree with my opinion, put it down below. I'm open to all those things. If you have questions, give me time. I've been a little busy. I'll get back to your questions and try to do my best to answer them. So I apologize. There's one or two of you out there I know who've been asking some questions and I've been dilatory. Very, very sorry. So Kylo, hey, all right, day's gonna go to work now. Got my caffeine. You guys have a great weekend ahead. Until next time, people, keep tasting like a boss. Thank you.